Anybody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what their law says.
As simple as that. As simple as that.
Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act. That's what it says. Any court considered to try me is committed an act of terrorism.
Yes.
It's very clear. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then come to try that very person is not done anywhere in the world. So you must be aware of that. So that is why there is all these ridiculous delays. That is what Supreme Court said. I did not jump bail. My home was invaded. They came to kill me and I survived. They came to Kenya to kidnap me, brought me back to this country and seeking to try me, which the law says cannot happen. You cannot violate a treaty that Nigeria entered into and then hope to stand on that illegality to conduct a trial is not done anywhere in the world. And it happened in my case. Nobody had, there's no exception. No exception whatsoever. That's what the law says. Section 12 of the Constitution, what does it say? Any treaty ratified by Nigeria becomes law. It's law. You cannot change it.
Breaking news. A Kenyan court has declared Nnamdi Kanu's arrest and transfer to Nigeria illegal. Real question, what does this mean for the IPOB leader as he faces terrorism charges back home? This is a better perspective. Today, we dive into a major legal twist in the ongoing case of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. As the case stands, a new ruling from Nairobi just might shift the legal battle playing out in Nigeria. So stay tuned as we unpack what this really means, not just for Kanu, but also for the future of political justice in Africa. Heading up to the news, on June 24th, 2025, in a courtroom in Nairobi, Kenya, the High Court delivered a shocking verdict. After months of legal back and forth, the court ruled that Nnamdi Kanu's arrest and subsequent transfer to Nigeria in 2021 was not only unlawful, but it was a direct violation of Kenya's own legal and constitutional provisions. In this regard, they awarded Kanu 10.5 million Kenyan shillings. That is about 119 million naira as compensation. But this wasn't just about the money. It was a bold declaration that what happened to Kanu in Kenya was, in a court words, as they said it, an infringement of his human rights. Moving on swiftly, what does this mean for Nnamdi Kanu? A lot of people would wish to know, but let's start with this. Number one, this might strengthen his legal defense in Nigeria. How? In Nigeria, Kanu is still facing terrorism-related charges, but now his legal team can point out to the court about the foreign court ruling that supports their claims that his rendition was unlawful. This also would give a weight to their argument that the entire process was flawed from the start and could be used to challenge the admissibility of evidence or even the legitimacy of the trial itself. Secondly, it also weakens the prosecution's moral ground. How? This judgment doesn't just stop the Nigerian courts, but it exposes how questionable the process was. Remember, this isn't just about Nnamdi Kanu, it's about whether the state can break laws, both national and international, and still claim justice at the same time. So this is going to be damaging the integrity of prosecution's case for real. And thirdly, this also would spark international pressures. How? Let's say with this judgment, IPOB and Kanu supporters have now renewed their energy to campaign globally about the case. Of course, international human rights organization could now demand that Nigeria re-examine its actions, thereby adding pressure on the Buhari, then Tinubu administration. Fourth is possible negotiation. Like I have always stated, this issue of Kanu versus federal government of Nigeria can only be resolved in political resolution. All this war back and forth, from international courts, national courts, is just a pure waste of time. So in the sight of the possible outcome of what this case really means to declaration of Kenyan courts, it could open the door for full-time negotiation. Recalling that in 2023, a federal high court in Nigeria, Abuja, also suggested a political resolution. So with this new ruling from Kenya, the Nigerian government may have more reasons to actually consider the political solution. But then, this is the final thing I have to say. The Nigerian Supreme Court has already ruled that the manner of Kanu's return does not invalidate the charge against him. So legally, this ruling from Kenya doesn't stop the trial, but politically and morally, it changes the game. If Nigeria ignores this decision by Kenyan courts, Kenyan high courts, it could face some sort of international embarrassment per se, and if it considers it, the entire case might take a different turn in favor of Nnamdi Kanu. Wrapping it up, this Kenyan ruling could be the most powerful legal weapon Kanu's team has gotten in years. But in case of Nigerian judiciary, will it shift the course of justice for Kanu? It's a question, or even be dismissed as foreign interferences. Only time will tell. Should the Nigerian government now consider releasing Nnamdi Kanu or seeking political solution? Drop your own thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown insightful, please like, share, and subscribe. I will keep following the Kanu case and other major political developments in Nigeria, Africa, and even the world. See you in the next episode. Thank you for watching.